Mr. Forced Fumble. I mean, you came in as a linebacker, and it was springtime, right? When you transitioned, you were always a big linebacker.
Yeah.
But you transitioned, right, in spring to DN, right?
Yeah, DN, right.
So I know we talked to you, I think, after the spring game. I think you had a big spring game, and you were kind of trying to put on muscle and kind of learn the ins and outs. So now that you've been a D lineman for a longer period of time, how's that transition working out?
It's kind of crazy because, like, within the past year, I played, like, the whole front seven, like Mike, Will, Sam, and then both the ends, and then now I play tackle. So it's kind of cool. I like tackle because you, like, closer to the ball. So you make one person miss, and you at the quarterback. So I kind of like tackle more than the other one.
So that's your favorite spot, right?
Yeah, I like tackle. It's a little bit more physical.
That versatility, though, I mean, how much pride do you take in that?
It kind of feels good to be like, because I weigh 295, and then to be able to move and not let my legs give out, it's kind of cool.
So you were playing defensive end. Are you primarily now you're a D tackle? I know that's where you started this past weekend. Is that kind of your spot now, or you have the flexibility to go back and forth?
Yeah, my coach. I'm starting at D tackle now, but my coach said that don't be surprised if you put me back at end or at redshirt. So I can basically play all four D line.
What's the toughest part of doing all the moves you've made? What's the toughest part of having the versatility that you have? I mean, different positions require different skill sets and different attributes. So what's the toughest part of all of this?
Basically just knowing all the plays, because I got to know, like, every position now. Like, if you want to throw me at rush, I got to know what the rush got to do on this play, like field tackle, boundary tackle, and then field end. So basically just knowing all the plays and, like, being dialed in and being ready to, when he put me into one of those positions.
Can you talk me through the big play you had this past weekend? Were you just thinking sack? Were you thinking maybe I can knock the ball out? What was kind of going through your head as you got close?
Well, we had a tendency that, like, if both the tackles are up, like, it was going to be pass. So I seen that. So I knew it was going to be a pass. So I worked the move, and then I ripped my arm, and I seen that the quarterback still had the ball, and I was just like, all right, let me rip it again. And then I got there. And then I seen, like, you can see it in the video, like, my eyes was on the ball falling. So I was like, damn, the ball right there. I'm going to get it. Let me just grab it.
That doesn't always happen. Usually when you knock the ball out, it rolls around and you're on the ground. So usually the guy that forces it isn't always in position to pick it up. So how satisfying was that, knowing that you forced it and you also picked it up?
It was great, man. I knew it was a great play, and I was trying to look at the Jumbotron, but everybody was jumping on my head and stuff. So I was real tired after the game. But when I looked at it on the Jumbotron, it was a clean play.
Just your family at the game or watching, or what was kind of?
They were watching at home because I got a little brother that play football on Friday nights in the Panhandle, so they didn't want to make the drive, but my mom seen it on TV and she recorded it and she was happy.
Everybody has, after pro dreams after their college career. With you working in so many different spots, how do you feel like that's going to help you in the future?
I feel like it'll show that I'm versatile, and then I can play all over the field. So hopefully that's an indicator that I can play in the next level.
I was talking to Stephon Zayas, to another guy who went from linebacker to D-line. And he talked a little bit about you, so I wondered if you could talk about Stephon, what you see.
Zay, he's made a big improvement from moving from outside linebacker to DN. He's very consistent, and then he works very hard at his craft.
How about the depth of this defensive line? Can you just speak to that? Because you guys are rolling in and out.
Oh, we got a lot. It feels good knowing that you can go 5 plays and then knowing you can get took out and then not miss a beat because the next player is just as good as you. So it feels real good to have that depth at D-line.
And that allows you to go really hard.
Yeah, really hard, because you know that, like, if you tired, you could tap out and then not have to worry about the next guy giving up a big play because he's going to play just as hard as you. So
you're at, what, 295 right now? Is that a good spot, or are you still trying to get a little bit bigger?
No, I'm gonna just try to stay right here, you know. But today's food just be so good, you know. I gotta, you feel me? I gotta eat it.
So I mean, you're a big linebacker. So what was the process like? Where did you start out at? Just kind of transitioning to a D lineman. Were you 225? Where were you?
I came in college at 265.
Oh yeah,
and then they wanted me.
I was way out.
Yeah, they wanted me to lose weight, and then it was just like I was at a weight that I just couldn't lose, and then it was just I eat a little bit and then gain 5 pounds. I eat a sandwich, I gain 5 pounds. Like, man, I'm done with this. I'm going D-line.
I got that. Because I think on one of your high school recruiting profiles, you're listed at 235. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't weighed that since junior year, high school.
So you guys go on the road. What's your expectations for Cincinnati? I'm sure they're going to be fired up. You know, every team that you play from here on out is going to be looking for maybe revenge from last year's game. So what's kind of your expectation of what you're going to be walking into on Friday?
I expect them to basically try to run the ball. As you can see, last game they ran the ball 51 times. So we're going to try to stop the run and like basically try to make them throw the ball.
What's the biggest improvement that you've made in your game that you're most proud of?
I'm proud of me not giving up out of all the position changes. Just accepting the challenge and just keep going.
You came in what, 2017?
Yeah.
So there were a lot of guys that saw immediate playing time, guys in your recruiting class. So you redshirted last year, played a little, not a lot, but now you're getting into a more prominent role. Started last game. I mean, you kind of talked about not giving up. How satisfying is it for you to see the hard work finally start to pay off?
Oh man, it feels good, man. I talked to my mom and she was just like, just be patient and you're gonna have your time. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna listen to mom, and then it came.
Good advice from mom. Appreciate it.
Thank you.